Well, the experience that we had in Japan was the time together was incredible, and we spent. I was able to spend about a good 6 days with David, and the experiences, of course, David has been uh, somebody that I have looked up to for a very long time, and to finally be able to not to actually film with him and to be part of the magic of his special for me had a very special place. So David is David, and everything that he does is always extraordinary and always very uh, out there and crazy. But doing this in Japan was very interesting for me because the people of Japan are very conservative. People in Japan are very not used to seeing things that David has done for America or the rest of the world. So for me, it was a real eye-awakening experience and journey together. After all, this is David's show, and I wanted to do something that was unique and very visual. People here in Japan usually tend to uh, love to see visual entertainment rather than mental entertainment. So rather than saying, I want you to do this or do that and really go into a routine, they like to be taken on a journey and then an entertainment journey and always have a visual punchline. But with David, of course, we infused both of what I do and best and what David does best, and then David takes it to a whole new level of shocking. So this combination together, I felt was very exciting for me, at least.
Yeah.
So the amazing artist Jiro
Yeah.
is that's literally his name, the amazing Jiro. If you look him up online, amazing Jiro. And I have known him for a very long time since I began my TV specials, and I as well did some prosthetics, makeup effects. And Jiro has he started with special effects makeup, but he has really revolutionized the industry of Japan and raised the level of special effects makeup. He has his own school now, and he himself has evolved more than just doing special effects makeup. Now he's gone towards doing more artistic exhibitions, and he's always doing collaborative projects with other artists. And wow, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you about Jiro. Everything that he does is incredible. I just went to an exhibition of his last week, and he's doing some interesting stuff because he's infusing things that are very, very different. So, and he has his own line of fashion clothing, which the guy is just always coming up with something incredible. But when I introduced David to Jiro, of course, his mind started to roll. He's like, we got to do something that's unique and has never been done, something that's very special. And then, of course, that got Jiro started to think, and he's like, well, what can I do for you? And it just became, it was a very good match. It
Okay.
was a good marriage.
So
Right. Now, I mean, here's the thing about David. He's crazy. He will do things that I will never do in my life. But then there are things that I can do that he will never do. So I think
yeah,
the two
that's
of us coming together and joining forces to create, this first time collaborative filming in Tokyo was really just an incredible experience for me. Right. Well, television has a very different platform than performing live. When I perform live, it's a journey that begins with my audience. They are there for whether the show, if it's a 1 hour show or a 2 hour show, it's a journey. It's my time that I get to spend with my audience, and I'm able to take them on a roller coaster ride of my life story through magic. With television, when you film, these scenes, they're very short. They may be, 2 minutes long, they may be 4 minutes long, and it ends up getting edited often. So the time that you spend with your audience, with your fans, is very limited, and it has to be very quick and to the point. So, but television has a different. With television, it has a different conclusion, I think is the word I'm looking for, because then it gets edited and you get to tell your story in a different way. And this show that David has done is very unique because it tells he's the story, he's the narrator, he's the one who's navigating his fans and his audience, and it's all about his journey. So I think it was very well thought out, and when you go see, you see the show on television, and that's great. That's David. But then when you go see him in his live show, it's going to be a completely different experience, and that's the same for me as well. So I hope I was able to answer your question.
Of course.
Television and live audiences are somewhat a little bit different, but they're both great. Personally, I mean, I am a magician, but however, I feel that magic will never die. Magic will always exist because we all need magic in our lives. Magic is, I've been asking a lot of people for the past few years, what does magic mean to you? May I ask, if I were to ask you, what does magic mean to you?
I mean, magic for me show in the past and still today that the impossible sometimes is possible. So for me, it's that.
Yeah. And that's a great answer. And if you ask 10 people or 100 people, what does magic mean to them? Everyone will have a different answer. And none of them are wrong because magic has many different meanings. For some people, magic could be, trickery, foolery. Magic could be just an illusion. Some people might say magic doesn't exist. Some people might say magic, is about making money. Everybody has a different definition of what magic can be, but there are no wrong answers. That's what makes magic beautiful. And, for some people, magic could be the way the sun rises or the sun sets. Magic is in the way that your child laughs. Magic is the way that you feel when somebody you like comes into your life and you have this incredible sensation. It's a feeling. It will never die. And so that being said, there will always be a place for magic, and we all need a little magic in our lives. Whether it's in Nepal, whether it's in Japan, whether it's even in moments of David doing incredible, shocking stunts, that's also magic.